Good morning, YouTube. Oh, social things. Okay, I've been looking at eBay and Etsy, and while I don't think that I can, it is advisable for me to get a corset anytime soon. I'm doing more research, and I was inspired directly by Lucy from Lucy's Corsetry. She was wearing a Sugar Kitty underbust, and I was like, whoa. So she had a link to Etsy, and that just sent me down this rabbit hole of looking at more corsets. And I realized that there's a lot of independent corset makers out there that are probably pretty good and actually are not that insanely expensive, like Sugar Kitty. Actually, they've got a lot of corsetiers have samples out there, but as far as getting results that are useful, I experimented. I ended up searching on specific things, like corset couture, and that got me let's see, 5 pages of results, and they're pretty much, for the most part, serious corsetiers. But it was kind of a bit much, so I threw in busk, and that got me 45 results. Much more manageable, more stuff to look at, and it gave me some good ideas as to who might give me what I want. And I mean, you can kind of look at what's there. I mean, because there's a lot of, I think a lot of people that are looking into corsets are looking at Lucy and looking at all her reviews, but she hasn't had time to review everything. She hasn't had time to review all of her corsets yet. Actually, I'm like, come on, show us more of these guys. So that has been useful. And the other thing that I searched on was corset 22, and that ended up, because at this point I guess that I am a size 22 in corsets, maybe 24. It really depends on the cut of it. I think I'd like to go down to 22, but that yielded some very nice results and some people I can look at and check out. And you look at the work, and some of them look better than others. Some of them are more expensive. But one that really caught my eye that I thought was just like, wow, I want to get some of their stuff, is a French corsetier. Oh, and of course I got rid of the one word. Alright, hold on a second. Getting my Google Translate up. I have to type in the word workshop. Ah, okay. The word I am looking for is this.
Atelier.
Atelier. I took French in high school, but I've obviously forgotten most of it. But they're called Sylphe Atelier. But I checked out their main website, and thanks again to Google Translate, I have a good sense of what they're saying, though some of the translations are kind of weird. Like, apparently, underbust corset translates from French and back again into greenhouse. I don't know. For some reason, greenhouse means underbust. But they have, on their FAQ page, they have some a very itemized list of everything you could possibly have added to your corset. Applique, an S-curve. See, here's me trying to pronounce French when I'm speaking English. A Renaissance shape. Of course, that might be a bad translation. Patron Renaissance. Patron vertebrae. What the hell does that mean? there's probably better translation. Lace, whether you want antique garters or regular garters, they offer a canvas test to make sure it is correct. Password hair in the seams. Well, I mean, if you look at it enough, you can get a good sense of that. So each of these things add a lot, and as I look at them and I see other corsetiers and what they offer, I have a better understanding why they charge more for certain things as I become more acquainted to different things. You know, like the Edwardian shape, which I'm drawn to because I have a big butt. Um, but anyway, if I did the same searches on eBay, I'd have a lot of junk. And Etsy, you know, it has had some infiltration from cheap resellers, from massive factories, from, I'm not going to say where, but there's a country that has a lot of that stuff going on. But Etsy is somewhat more controlled. I suppose if corsets become really mainstream and popular, it could become flooded with the same, but it hasn't yet. So if you're doing research and you're thinking about getting a bespoke corset, go to Etsy, search on your size, search, you know, look at the stuff, read the feedback, and you might be surprised. I mean, like, I guess if I get something made with canvas instead of coutil, I'll be saving quite a bit of money. But it's still quite nice. There's a lot of good stuff out there that I don't see a lot of information on the internet just yet that Lucy hasn't gotten to. Yes, Lucy, we depend on you. We depend on you to tell us what to do with corsets. Yeah, that's very silly. So maybe I should shut up now. How long's it been? Oh, 7 minutes. Outside of that, nothing much is going on. I'm wearing my orchard corset cincher. I'm using it to supplement my Isabella Josephine as far as my waist training. I mean, I can't say that I'm absolutely serious about my waist training because I am using off-the-rack corsets, and it does seem to me that if you wear an off-the-rack corset and you try to seriously waist train, that it's possible to hurt yourself, but if you do it just a little bit like me, just a few hours, every once in a while, you're probably not going to hurt yourself too much, and you will get results. Like I would say that I've probably lost an inch or so on my actual natural waistline from doing it, as well as running. And yes, I am still running. I did my 5K that I was talking about, and I finished. I thought I finished at number 10 in my age group, but for some reason, I think they had some kind of mistake, so all of a sudden I went from number 10 to 11. But hey, man, next year, if I do better than 25 minutes on my 5K, then I can be in the top 5, unless I get more competition. I don't know. Anyway, I'm starting to get there as far as running, and now that summer is ending, I think I'm going to try to train a little more seriously in running and do a 10-mile at the beginning of November. So, let's see. Anything else? I think I've babbled long enough. So, yes. So, everybody, look around. There's a lot of stuff out there that is not documented. And there's a lot of indie corsetiers out there who probably need some credit and who deserve more of your business. Just check it out. Look around. All right. Bye.